Hello. I have a question. It's a hypothetical question, as a matter of fact. I was thinking about this morning what would be my favorite battery pack, and I know this is kind of an unusual question to ask anybody else, but I'm asking myself, which one could possibly be my favorite battery pack? Could it be the one that's always available, like if I had to go to the store to replace it, or the type of battery? It's either go out and buy it at the store or buy the actual battery itself, not the pack. The capacity plays a big factor in it. How replaceable the item is, once again, based on availability and replaceability. I know they're one and the same, but one has more weight than the other in terms of the type of battery that can be replaced and how versatile it is. Okay, now I'm gonna break each one down. I don't want to say maybe about. Let's just start with capacity. Okay. So this one right here is by far the smallest. It has only one battery in it of this type, 18650. I made the effort of cracking this open and discovered that the type of battery that was in there was a 18650. Now, these are easily replaceable. There's roughly about, I'd say, I remember it being like possibly $3 or so. These are throwaway, by the way. Once you're done with them, you literally throw them away unless you're able to take the battery out, desolder it, and resolder it with a new battery or a battery that can hold the capacity. Okay. The next one over is going to be the one that is not readily available. I had to order it off the internet, but it has the replaceability factor in it. See how each battery I can take out and put a new one in. Okay, so it's easily replaceable. The capacity on it also plays a big factor in how each battery is literally powering on the rechargeability factor in it. So it goes from here to here, and it uses this to quick charge or to slow charge, depending on the location where the battery's at. So it's very versatile. Okay. So this is the next one over. This one is still, I don't want to say close to being my favorite, only due to the fact that the capacity is very large. The battery pack is, I'd say, about that size of the actual battery pack. But the availability, I have yet to find one of these at the store. The replaceability of the battery itself, I would have to crack it open because for right now I'd have to say it's hermetically sealed, meaning very, very sealed. I don't think it's waterproof, only due to the fact that these ports are wide open, but it is somewhat hermetically sealed, or it has a really good seal. So the capacity plays a big factor. The availability is I'd have to say no. It's not readily available. It is versatile only for USB type accessories. Okay, so there's not really, I wouldn't want to say negative aspects in it, but there's still a lot of pluses and some can be minuses. Now this one happens to be my very, very favorite, only due to its versatility. It can be used as a USB port charger. The battery pack that goes in here is for power tools. So power tools make it readily available. I can go down to the store. The hardware stores have it, and we know that it's black and yellow, so the name brand is easy to find. It's not easy to replace. It's very expensive, but the capacity is quite large in terms of 20 volts. So it's versatile, available, and replaceable. But cost is the one thing that makes it very difficult to just go out and say, hold on, let me go out and buy 5 at a time. It's just the price of the pack is literally above $100. This item, I believe, was 25. The adapter that turns a power tool pack into a USB charger. But that's all it does. It doesn't do anything else. Charger, or you can power USB accessories. Okay. So long story short, which one would still be my favorite? I would say, depending on the application, which one do you really need? Do you need light and portable, small capacity? It can power, right now I have it powering my, let's see. There's quite a few things. It can power an action camera, or it can recharge my phone to a certain percentage, or it could power my dash camera. So this is based on use. Okay. So it really depends on which one you wanna use. Purchased from the internet, purchased from a dollar store, at a in a closeout bin, or no, it was at a yard sale, I believe. And this was purchased at the hardware store. So I wouldn't want to say I hate any one of these, but based on application, it would be the one I'd be using at the time, so it would be my favorite. I could easily put this, attach it to, an action camera, or to the bottom of my dash camera, and it'll stay there with the proper type of adhesive. Okay, so that's the video for today. Like I said, and depending on what you're using and how you use it, you'll quickly find out which would easily be your favorite. Okay. If you have electronics that have items that you can take off, like speakers or antennas, I would suggest that you do that. Remove the parts that you can reuse on other applications, such as antennas or speakers or electronic components. That's one bonus for today. The other bonus is these little cords that are found on shoes. They're called shock cords, or the elastic cords themselves. This one's a little bit worn out, but this is the one from a shoe. It easily can be used to organize cables, or I like to use them as lanyards, wrist type lanyards, depending on length. This one is on my stopwatch. This one's on a USB. Now this USB, I need to put one of those little cords on it, and it makes it easier to hold on to it. Okay, so that's the other bonus. Lastly, whether you're clumsy or not, I would suggest that you go out and buy liquid bandages. Liquid bandages help with the scenarios where either you poke yourself with a needle or something, a probe or whatever, or if you get a paper cut, where regular bandages won't hold, liquid bandages will. But fair warning, This has triple antibiotic and some other drying components in it, or even alcohol, and it will burn continuously to prove that it is an antibiotic. But it does adhere to your skin. Only secondary to surgical super glue, which at one given time I had cut myself working on a lawnmower through this part of my knuckle. I decided not to go to the clinic or the emergency room because it wasn't gushing. But I kept looking down and I finally was able to close the wound. But to keep it closed, I used super glue. And trust me, there's no scar. I probably shouldn't have used super glue, but I gave it a shot because I didn't have liquid bandage on hand, and it still wouldn't have worked. So it kept the wound closed once I used antibiotics on it, and I believe I did use just a little bit of the liquid bandage, but then I put super glue over it, and lo and behold, nothing happened. It healed extremely fast. So you'll want to get liquid bandages as part of your first aid kit. Okay, that's the video for today. I appreciate you all dropping by and taking the time to look at some of these videos. Those that choose to subscribe, I appreciate it. And those that choose to subscribe and move on, thanks for dropping by. We'll see you in the next video.